Am I live? I just wanted to go live a little early. I got a crusty shirt on. Not that it's crusty. It's Chris Russell crusty. Come on, you guys. I hope I'm live. I hope you can hear me. I'm wearing a microphone. I don't know. Is anybody out there? What's up? What's up? All right. I got to wait. See if anybody can hear me or they can see me. This is good times. This is good times. There we go. RC Maniac can hear me and see me. It's as if the world is okay now. I love you, bud. There we go. Thanks, Ken. 5x5, sweet. Oh, man. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Oh, shoot. Major Gaming Key. Look at that. Oh, crap. I have, apparently, I'm streaming to Twitch as well. I guess I hit an extra button. Well, welcome, everybody, on both platforms. What's up, Free Heathen? Hey, Pezliz. Fotis is up there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, I love you all. We're going to get this Wuxn. Wux off. Wuxn. Oh, hey, K2 Kevin. Yeah, apparently, so apparently I hit a button. And it's an extra button because it's not just going to one platform, it's going to two. And you know what that means? This is awesome because I didn't know I could do this before. So I think streams going forward should be going everywhere. People like the buttons. Oh my goodness. So one of the things I just, pardon me. I'm an old human, and when I went to the doctor yesterday for a checkup because I've got, apparently I have tendonitis, so I have one of these little tendonitis bands. But also, I got my flu shot, and my DTaP, Tdap, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those things to keep you from getting the bad stuff. So, I just figured I'd be okay. They put him in my arm. And now today, about 24 hours later, I'm a little sneezy. So if I do sneeze, I apologize. I've been told by my wife and kids that my sneezes can actually wake dead people. It's crazy. And also, hey, Robert Griffin with a 20. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 5s, man. Thanks for that. Oh my gosh. What's up, Robert Griffin? Oh. Andrew Rogers with a 10er, post-show beverage fund. Oh my gosh, I am gonna need that. So anyway, producer David said get a Celsius. So I got a Celsius. It's yummy. It's yummy. Aaron F. Geared, are we Twitching and YouTubing? Yes, yes, we are on both platforms. Because why not? Because why not? Oh yeah, look at the shirt. It's a good shirt. There it is. Subsector 3D, what's up? Thanks for the cheer. I love it. Oh my goodness. So anyway, this is the Wuxn WXR. In the before time, long ago, Wuxn sent over the WX1, a 3D printer fully assembled that was meant at the time to be a US sourced and made 3D printer comparable to what a fully assembled Prusa would be. This was during the time when Prusa had the Mark III and Wuxn had the WX1. Matter Hackers had the Pulse. Was that it? I'm trying to think of other ones that were very, very similar in design. And, you know, Creality had a bunch of machines. JG Aurora had some machines, whatever. But this was a fully assembled premium experience. And so that was the WX1. It wasn't... It didn't quite pass all the tests that I threw at it, and I gave them some feedback, and they took it, and then they worked on it for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden, they're out and about. They've got now the WXR. It's been upgraded 6 ways from Sunday. They have a Wuxn slicer, and it's great. And then originally, we talked about on Twitter, we actually had a great conversation. Lulzbot was a part of it, where we talked about made in the USA and what exactly that means. And we were able to dive deep on the definition and get better understanding around it, because I know out there are some companies that just put that sticker on, not realizing that there are actual conditions around it. We had a very productive conversation on Twitter, which is rare sometimes. But then it actually turned to open source licensing, because Wuxn talks about being open source. And unfortunately, they weren't adhering to the licenses of the software they were using. They've got, I believe, a Big Tree Tech board that they need to post the source for. They're running Marlin, and they're using Cura. And again, that was a Twitter conversation. 48 hours later, they had posted their source, and they got it all sorted on GitHub. And yeah, it's great. So here's where it gets good. I'm going to take it out of the box, and we're going to take a look at it. And someone just mentioned, oh, there we go, Steven, almost had me. No need for another bed flinger, have 4 already. I get it. I get it. This style of 3D printer isn't necessarily the want that everybody has, but part of me accepting this printer in is to compare it to the WX1 that I had long ago, and go over it, and just not just look at it as a singular machine, but look at it as part of a Wuxn 3D printing market. Look at it as a machine with a slicer, with the materials which I brought. So I think there's more there, because we look at it as that, as an upgrade from something else, because they put a lot of hard work into this. So I think we should take it out of the box. What do you say? CNC Maker, is this 1K? I don't remember. Aaron F. Geared, why'd they send you a second WXR? So the thumbnail might be a little bit tricky, because I did talk about it being again, but that was meant as a WX1 as the first one. So this is the very first WXR that I've accepted in. Mike, Slicer's Cura. That is correct. They are using Cura. It is rebranded and white labeled, and they have posted their source. Practical printing. Do the hustle. I'm gonna have to put this on the ground, or just lean it. Where the heck do I? There it is. Maybe. It is taped well, that's for darn sure. I do like that. Ugh. Oh my goodness, come on. So I've got, and also while I'm looking at you right here, just next to the camera, I have the chat up, and so I'm trying to keep over it, like where Dusty Knuckles says, "All right, let's do this." Oh, yeah. So I'm trying. See the tendonitis? It's not too bad. Gun show. Inside, we have some foam. Yeah, look at that. I bet that's a spool up front. It is. Make sure that doesn't fall off. I've got red PLA. Let's take a look. Blind Via, the life of a short person. My desk is purposefully this height. So I am, as people who've met me, I'm a little over 6 feet. I believe I'm 6'1". The desk is a little bit higher because I didn't want to have to bend over to do projects. I wanted to be able to look at projects. It just means that people that are shorter than me then come up to this desk and it's like a dinner table or something. Yingling, print a big bender koozie. I like it. Okay, so here's their red. It's a very, ooh, on camera, that is a vibrant red. Also, that's the design on their spool. And they do have a QR code that apparently I can go to find information. So that's cool. All right. I like where I'm at. I'm going to take it down to the ground just because, you know. Oh. Here we go, right on top. Wuxn WXR package checklist. Okay, it's actually signed off. You can't see it, it's really bright, but it's signed off by a human. Quick start guide. Oh. This is kind of nice. And they give a 60-day limited warranty. That's not so bad. Oh, that's right. And the Wuxn cube is a variation of the Voron cube. And after you print it, it's supposed to fit a bearing really well. And that's just to show you the precision that it can achieve. And so we'll probably give that a try. Okay. Okay. It's a neat looking machine. Like it looks neat. It looks neat. All right. Sláinte. Packed in foam. Oh. If I start sneezing, I'm really sorry. Some cardboard stabilizers. Here's a box. In it is for makers by makers. I like that. A US power cord. How long is this? This looks... This is a longer than typical power cord. This is great. Usually you get like a 5 or a 6 foot cord. But this is... Well, let's see. This might be a 9 or 10 foot cord. That's not too bad. I like that. All right. Oh, here's the cube. Here's a cube with a the place to put the bearing. In fact, so this is one that came with the machine. Let's see if we can't see how this works. So here's a cube. Here's a bearing, and it should fit in there. I don't want to put it in like tight because it's a tight fit, but we'll be able to utilize that. SD card looks like a spool, the spool holder on top of the machine. Okay. Lots of good stuff in here. Now for the printer. Actually, here's the build plate. Look at that. That is a beefy child right there. So here's the build plate. There you go. Kind of interesting, WXR. So I believe the story of Wuxn is they just chose a sound and put letters to it, I believe. I can't verify that, but I believe that's what it is. Aaron F. Geared. Thanks, Voron. Yeah, the cube is Voron inspired. It does say build tack on it. So this is a build tack sheet. On top of the heated build plate is... Oh, same checklist. Okay, we'll put it right over here. It looks like there are some oh, this zip tie broke. Okay. I don't know what that was holding. Looks like it's not loose. I don't think we incurred any damage, so that's good. We need there we go. These look to be okay. I think on the side there's these little parts right here, and I think those are to keep this axis from diving down. Obviously, we're going to take a look at the quick start guide because it'd be a sin not to. Zombie Hedgehog says, what is zombie hedgehog? I don't know. How do you define what a zombie hedgehog is? I would assume it's a hedgehog that's dead and back to life, but you know, who are we to decide? Remove the 2 orange V-wheel stoppers. There we go. Perfect. And look at that. That is a Wuxn 2.5mm key. And I'll take it out on this side as well. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's like there's little T-nuts in there. And it fell out of my hand, and I was like, oops, gone forever. Hey, Jason's in the chat. Hey, chat. Say hi, or hey, Jason, say hi to chat. Hey, chat, say hi to Jason. I know I'll get that right one of these days. I'll put that just like that. There we go. Have a look. It's got extrusions. It's got a nice big screen up front. It's what are those 2020 extrusions? Have a look at the back though. I thought this was interesting. This is where you plug in the power right here. It's a molded piece of plastic to receive it. I thought that was kind of cool. And I got my power adapter right down there. I guess we just plug it in and we go to town. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're having a rad end of the week. I'm going to peel that off. That was satisfying. There we go. Let's see. All right, give me a moment. I'm so sorry. Slightly runny nose, I guess. That's what you get. I do like the look of this machine. It looks future. It looks very, I don't want to say cyberpunk, but I don't know, maybe cyberpunk. Heard a noise, turned out to be the trash. Cool. Interesting. Boy, I like how they kind of laid this out. It looks like a fun machine. Power on. Made in the USA, so my guess is the power requirements are set correctly. So I'm just going to power it on in 3, 2, 1. It's always that brief second where the screen isn't on yet, and you've powered it on, and you're like, ooh. Wuxn 3D printing market. Look at that. It's got a nice, colorful screen up front. Oh, it made a noise. It says, starting test is metal print surface in place. It is. Is it a touch screen? It's a touch screen. Setting Z-axis couplings. LDO Motors with a 20. That's 4 5s. Happy weekend. Space gray. Yes, it is space gray. That looks to be a Slice Engineering hot end, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. It is quiet. It is actually quiet. Builder's mark, no blue smoke. That's right. Spools on backwards? All right, well, we can fix that. Did I get it on? Okay, I got it on. Cool. Fotis Mint with $23.99. Are you out of your mind? I believe that's the euro symbol. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. It is the part cooling fan nearest to you spinning. That would be, it's assuming I'm at the front, so it's those up front. Yes. Is the hot end fan cycling on and off? That's this one. Yes, it is. Okay. XY motor check. Look at that. It's got a linear rail on X and Y. And Z is dual lead screws. All right. Nick Moretto, what makes this printer stick out from the rest? That's a really good question, and I think kind of what I'm here to figure out. It might not be anything, and it might be something. So the point of me getting it out on the stream is just to make sure that I like to call it skydiving without knowing you got a parachute on. So the company sent this to me as a review unit. And in order for me to accurately judge it, I have to make sure it gets out of the box just fine. And if it doesn't, I don't want there to be any question about the condition of the machine. So that's why we get to have a conversation, hopefully have a few beverages, and talk about it. Zombie Hedgehog, $1.49 super sticker. I love it. 3D printed with a fiber. Fun sounds. I'm getting Nintendo games and watch flashbacks. That's true. Fix some, dude! You should love it. Oh, fix him, dude. Fantastic. Yes, Dr. Robert. It did just tune it, or it's attempting to tune itself. Yingling Cat, where's your koozie? Well, if it's Red Bull sized, it should fit. And it is not Red Bull sized. Ah, shame. Shame. It's making sounds. It's making sounds. XY motor check. Continue. Okay. Now it's going to do a bed leveling pass. Randy Hightower, the main thing really is that it is pre-built and ready to go out of the box. As long as all works as is, suppose Joel should be printing from opening the box very shortly, no assembly required. That is correct. Part of what makes this experience unique is that it is a fully assembled machine. You are paying a premium price for the machine and everything that Wuxn is providing, just like any other fully assembled machine. Okay, it says the accuracy is decreasing. The accuracy is decreasing. Why would it do that? Oh, accuracy achieved. Okay. Pay no attention to what happens in the middle. Just at the start and the end. Now it's doing a mesh level. Part of what makes an offering like this interesting is that since the WX1 came out, that was a year or two ago or more, I don't even remember. But in that time, the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon and the P1P have entered the market, and they have sort of changed the paradigm of what a premium 3D printer experience is for the consumer. And so while a printer like this can still offer great prints, it's not going to achieve the speed that the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon and P1P have. And so in that thinking, it's going to have to make up for that in other ways. And I don't know what those other ways are at this point. But so far, if you have a premium experience with a fully built machine, then when you take it out of the box, it should auto-calibrate itself and, I guess, make some video game noises. Which is fine. It's fine. But one of the things you might be asking then, how does this relate to Prusa? Because the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon does print faster than the Prusa as well. And this echoes a lot of design considerations that Prusa has made. And what Prusa has over the Wuxn is longevity in the name and a very vibrant community and thousands of owners already. So the Wuxn does have an uphill battle ahead of it, but if it can carve out just a little bit of a niche within the 3D printer market, providing a quality machine, quality materials, and a quality experience, there's no reason why this can't be offered right next to the Prusa, right next to the Bambu Lab family. So I'm excited to kind of get this going. Your WXR has successfully saved measurements. Continue. Insert Wuxn Classic PLA. I happen to have a spool of red Wuxn Classic PLA. Projects in Dad's garage. It has a BTT board and actual drivers. Yeah, that's probably why it's super duper quiet. Okay. Okay. It is not detecting. Let's see. Watch nozzle for printing, okay, or for priming. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily do the routine of detecting the filament and automatically loading it. You do put it in, it catches the edge of a gear, and then you hit a button on the screen. That allows it to grab that filament and spit it out. So it should be, right now it's pooping blue filament. And there we go. There's the red filament. I'm gonna hit yes. And I'm going to take that. First print. Ready for your first print. Carefully clear extruded filament from nozzle and insert SD card. The SD card is in a little baggie here. All right. Here we go. It's a 32 gig card. Not bad. A lot of times when you get a 3D printer, they're going to send you a 4 or an 8 gig SD card. It's fine. But this is a 32 gig card, and it is a SanDisk card. So, I mean, it is a decent card. So that's a plus. Goes in upside down. Ooh, it did detect the card. It says start printing out-of-box wizard printing code. Okay, so it detects something on the SD card, and it is prompting me, and I'm going to hit OK. Let's see, first print. Your first print will take approximately 50 minutes to complete, 50. Well, we're here for at least 50 minutes. There's a little bit of red sticking out. I'm just gonna, ooh, I don't want to burn myself. Ooh, okay. Well, hey chat, this is gonna get going. Apparently it's got 50 minutes, 50. We'll see what happens. Teresa says she was the 69th like. Nice. Phil Nolan, nice to see a full-size SD card. I agree. Nothing against micro SD cards. They are plentiful and useful, but my goodness, my giant meat paws won't. I've lost many in the past just because I can't seem to have the function of holding them really well. It's got a prime line up front, and it's just going to town. The first layer looks to be just slightly squished more. And I believe it's because it's a build-tack bed, and so you have to squish it just a little more to make sure you get into all those nooks and crannies. JM Cellpan feels chubby fingers. Yeah. All right. Movements are fairly quiet. I mean, I'm right next to it, and if you can hear it. Fire Guy 079. Hey Joel, do you know when Prusa 2.6 Slicer is coming out? I don't. I don't have any information on that. I pinged Joe. It's soon. He always tells me soon. So it's coming soon. Tom Llama, new YouTube name, Joel Meat Paws. It would just be YouTube videos of me grabbing small things. And I'd be like, I'm a giant. Chad Lafarge, build volume 25, 21, 25. I believe that's accurate. Hack Monkey, Phil, John, Friday. Yes. Yes, that's correct. The standard Prusa answer is Friday. But the features that they have in 2.6 look incredible. It's going. One of the things that I've always found interesting about 3D printer designs is how manufacturers are able to create the hot end and still allow a view into what is being printed. So on a small object like this, from the front, you can't see jack through that, like at all. But around the back, you have full visibility because the fans and the fan shroud are all around the front. And so I just try to think in a way that if a family got this as their first machine, or if kids were printing and they were still loving to watch the first layers like we all do, I do that, you still get a view of it. You just have to turn around and it looks fine. Yingli Ka, one, I'm using a Neptune 2S. And I love it. That's great. I've got the Neptune 3 Max at home. I just haven't taken it out of the box yet. Teresa, turn it around. So it's $1,000 and uses Wuxn brand steppers. They are... They are branded Wuxn. I don't see any other name on there. I know that what you might want to do, so I know Wuxn on Twitter talked about where they get their parts, and so they might have mentioned where their steppers are coming from. I just don't remember. Hey, Mr. Rick, Joel back on Twitch. What is this? Sort of. Apparently, I can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Apparently. I guess I hit a button and it happened. And so if you're seeing me on Twitch, what's up? I should live stream always to Twitch at the same time. There's no reason not to. Major Gamer Geek, they get their steppers from LDO. Oh, and Jason's in the chat. Okay. Is that why Jason's here? Chad Lafarge, on the back, the corner nearest you, there appears to be an IR light flashing red. What is that? Well, so that is actually the bed heater. So it looks like there's a little LED underneath the wire cover, and when it's powering the bed, the LED is on. There you go. It's the bed heat indicate. There we go. Look at that. See? People are ahead of me. Zombie Hedgehog, are those LDO rails? That I don't know. But again, Jason's in the chat. Or he was in the chat. Maybe he knows. Let's see. Maker Deck's in the chat. Look at that. It's moving pretty quick. I'm excited to print things with this, and I'm excited to utilize the whole build plate. And one of the things that I knocked the WX1 on, the first offering from Wuxn, was that it couldn't get to the full height easy, and with the filament sensor up top, it put these impossible bends into the filament. Well, it's different now, so we'll have to test that out. Yingli Ka, what are you going to do with all these printers? That's a really good question. Let's see. I've given away some recently. to some people that wanted to get started with 3D printing but didn't have the cash to do so. I've earmarked some for a local school because they need them. At the local high school, actually, they had some Prusa Mark II machines that they consulted with me 5 years ago when they bought them, still had them. Every year, the new class would be in charge of cleaning them up and getting them working, and they were just a little long in the tooth from a bunch of student use. So I donated a couple Mark IIIs Plus machines to the school, and I took the Mark II machines. And so I'm just I will find a local makerspace here that can utilize them, get them back to life, maybe use them for something fun. Yeah, stuff like that. I've done, just this past year, I believe, I know when Pooch was up here, we gave away like a dozen machines, and I had an event at Protopasta where I gave away 24, 26 machines. So a lot of times I will keep some that I want to because either they're useful or I purchase them myself. Like the Project R3D Daedalus, I have that at home. I purchased that myself. When the Prusa XL shows up, I'm keeping that. I purchased that, so I'm going to keep that machine. But other times I just find people in need and hand them a machine. It's kind of fun. Christy, does it tell you what speed it's currently printing at? Let's find out. Beds at 60 degrees, filaments at 205 degrees, 16%. It's been going for 8 minutes. It's at 6.7 millimeters tall. Speed is at 250%. That's all it says. It says 250%. So if the baseline slice is 50 to 60 millimeters per second, then it's upped the speed value to a baseline speed of probably like 150 millimeters per second on straight lines, and then it'll slow down for any cornering it has to do. Loopy Liptonium, welcome to the show. Rescuing printer, let's see, from Crash. Rescuing printers is fun. I recently got a dead Lulzbot Mini and got it back to life. I still need to get it onto Octoprint so it becomes standalone. That's awesome. I don't have the space for rescue machines. I love taking in machines, diagnosing a problem, and upgrading and fixing. If I have that on a table, I fixate on it, and that's all I want to do. I don't have the time or the space to do that, and so I'm thankful when I can find others who also enjoy that, who want to take a machine for parts or for fixing or for fun. Yeah. Joel, some questions in chat. Okay, I wonder if I can scroll up. Paul565, do you have the Soval SV06? That's a really good question from Paul over. Let's see, that was, oh wait, I could do, oh wait. Yeah! Paul565 says, have you still got the Soval SV06? Sort of. So it's an interesting story. It's actually really fun. A friend of a friend, so two friends tagged someone on Facebook who said they wanted to get their kid a 3D printer for Christmas. Who should I talk to? And they tagged me because go figure. So I got in contact with this person and talked to them, and I said, it'd be great if you could get your kid a Soval SV06. I have one in. It prints really well. It's a great experience for not a lot of money. It'd be perfect for them to get started. And she loved the idea. She went to the website. It wouldn't have arrived in time for Christmas. So what I did is I said, why don't you take mine? And then when the new one arrives, you can give mine back. That way you have something to wrap for Christmas. Or if you want to keep mine because it's fully assembled, you can just hand the box when it comes in. And so I just got notified last week. The box came in. So I will get my Soval SV06 back, and I will be printing with it, and it'll be fun. Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about this. 45LK, hey, yo, Joel, how are ya? Thanks for asking. I'm doing well. My daughter Sydney does have some health conditions which have made things kind of stressful at the house lately, but we've been getting by. There's good days and bad days. We're just trying to have more good days than bad. Cleaning up at the house, getting some projects done. I'm trying to get to bed at an earlier time. I'm just, just trying to stay hydrated. Thank you for the question. That was really nice of you. Joel is the god of 3D printing. Hit the like button if you agree. I love the sentiment here. You're a wonderful person. Thank you so much. But part of what I do is inspire others. And what I want to do is have a world of 3D printing nerds out there. Young nerds, old nerds, nerds of every color, nerds of every gender, nerds in every country. I want the world to be filled with 3D printing nerds, because then the world will be a better place. And so instead of the god of 3D printing, what if you just called me the Nerd Zero or something like that? I don't know. It's just, the god of 3D printing is kind of a lot of other people deserve that title before me, I just want to say. Here we go. Look at this. Esky, Joel, do you think Delta printers are still relevant, and why? Great question. Great question. Yes, they are. They are very, very relevant, because they can, unlike an i3 platform, achieve higher speeds, similar to what a Core XY machine can. Typically, the effector on the hot end of a Delta is very light. And if you've got your spool and your motor not on the hot end, you can throw that thing around easily, because it takes less motor movements to translate that effector across its, it's not XY, it's like an A0, whatever the circular plane is of a Delta. So yes, very, very relevant, very, very fun. The issue that we run into with Delta machines is, because the arms have to come down at an angle, in order to print something this high, the printer has to be at least this high, because those arms at an angle have to go somewhere. So while they are fun, and at industrial shows, you see industrial Deltas, they're insane, you still have to have space considerations for those arms to go somewhere, because that's just how it goes. Thank you for the question. There we go. Oh, Andrew Rogers with a $5. High five, Andrew. Joel, the 3D printing evangelist. There we go. There we go. I like it. Oh my goodness, hold on. I'm telling you. Flu shot will do it to you. From Hyrian, my 3-year-old girl loves your logo and always asks if you have done a new one to watch, and she recognizes your logo on my YouTube subscription. The logo, like, do I have stickers or something? Are you talking the text logo itself, or like, or the Joelbot maybe? I do have, if you go to printables, I do have my new logo as a 3D printable STL that you could maybe print one for your daughter. I know it's up there somewhere. That might be a fun one. Chris Borge. Borge? I don't know, I hope I got it right. First stream I've caught in a while. Have you been streaming less, or have I just had bad timing? I've been streaming less. You know, when you run out of space and things start piling up, it can kind of get to you mentally. And I'm doing my best to dig myself out, and I always have a joyous time streaming. It's just, it was just a little difficult to get to it. And so today I was like, screw it, we're gonna stream. And so I did. There we go. Wait. Less is more. Is it? Is it? Let's see. Joe Archuleta, can we see a close-up of the current print? Maybe? I didn't set up that other camera because I didn't have time. Maybe. I'll try to do that. I will definitely try to do that. I will try to do that. Let's see. If I maybe. Okay, give me a moment. Here, we'll try it. We will totally try it. Oh, you guys are crazy. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Look at that. Okay, I'm getting a camera out and lens. Okay. Battery, let's see. We'll take not that battery. That battery. And so I'm going through StreamYard. It might be weird, but I like weird. Okay, get in there. Come on. Oh, come on. We'll do it live. There we go. Okay. Oh no! Yay! We're back. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hey, wait. Hey, who turned out the lights? Like, I've seen that Doctor Who. That's great. That's great. Was it dark because of the lens cap? No, it's because I accidentally pulled the HDMI cord slightly out. That's okay. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, Rick, you knew I'd like that reference. Hey, who turned out the lights? Okay. Well, that's going to be a wonderful shot. So, 2 spools. 2 spools. Got some hype color. Maybe 1 spool. That might work. Okay, that. Will it work? Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Can I, there we go. So it's a little desaturated because it's a raw image. because, where'd you go? So it's a raw image. So give me a sec. I'll tell you what. I will. Let me correct what, because I need to export the LUT, and I can do that. I can totally do that. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool. Let's see. How about now? No. We'll get there. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Let's see. I just need to get the LUT on the HDMI. That's it. Should be easy. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Focus. Nope. Nope. That was not it. Super not it. That was amazing. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll get that view. I can't find it. Well, what should... I can't see the comments. My TV died. One of these days, Alice. Bang. Zip. Right to the moon. Playmaker 3D. Hey, look at that. Nick's in the chat. Hey, Nick. Okay. So the TV that I have right here is it decided to shut down. Don't know why. But okay, now I can see it. This is great. Oh man. I haven't streamed in a while. This is great. Oh, I gotta see that one. There we go. Polymaker 3D. Hi, awesome people. Hi yourself, Nick. How in the freak are you? How are you? Oh, you don't want picture in picture? Wait. Hold on. We can see the print. It does not need to be picture perfect. I appreciate that. And obviously it's a little bit desaturated, but it's a very pleasing. It's earth tones. It's earth tones. I think that's the way we do it. Hey, Loyal, this is such a beautiful machine. Loyal, on the LM show, he's one of the other people that actually got a WXR. He got his out of the box a lot sooner than this. And he is the one that's been printing some stuff on it. I believe, let's see, what time is it? What time is it? What time is it? It is, it's almost 5. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Loyal, but you're going live soon, right? I think you're going live soon because you've got 4,000 followers on the Twitch. Good job. Creatrix, oh, there we go. There we go. We live for a quality neutral palette. Oh, there you are. That's what it's all about right there. Oh no. It's late here in the UK. Got to drop off. Have a great weekend, Joel. Have a great weekend, Rick. That's a tongue twister. It's really nice of you to stop by. I'm really glad I was able to go a little bit early so I could at least make it so you could catch some of it. And that's just fantastic, man. Have a good night. Good night, Rick. Rocky says, Joel, can you make 3D printers comparison video with benchmarking factors? Speed, accuracy, strength, quality, please. That is a really good question. The problem you run into when you try to make a qualitative video like that is it all depends on the material you're pushing. So I could benchmark it on a single material, like a PLA from a certain manufacturer, get the spools in that are all made from the same batch and just go to town. That's entirely possible. But who's to say it wouldn't perform different with another batch? I mean, I get what you're saying. I like the idea of doing this, but I don't know if I have the capacity to do it at the level that I want to. I want to, I just don't know if I can do that yet. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. That's good. Well, look at this. Username is secret. If your username is secret, but that's your... Ooh, mind games. I love it. Hi, Joel. I've been a longtime fan of your channel. I've learned so much from you that I can then turn around and share with other friends getting into 3D printing. Yes! Oh, yes, yes. That's exactly what I want to see. My goal is to help people who then want to help others. That's wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy you told me. Username is secret. That's secret. Secret. Pete Dubler, can you show us the Wuxn slicer? So I can't yet. I can't right now. What I can do is I can show it in video form when I produce an episode on this machine. I can't do it right now because I'm just not set up for it. If I install something on this machine right here, it's gonna blow up. That's just how it goes. Ooh. Oh, Rocky. Joel, why is metal 3D printing still not that successful? Rocky, that's great. That is a fantastic question because it illustrates the premise that I still have so much education to provide. Because if you go to an industrial show or some of the things that I've shown off or some of the things I've seen, metal additive is well on its way. And it is very successful. In fact, at Formnext, one of the first booths that I visited was Velo 3D. And they had printed a Captain America shield full size using Inconel, which is the same metals used to make nozzles on rockets. So it could withstand thousands of degrees of heat, and it was a Captain America shield, and I held it. It was 100% metal made with their additive process. It's really cool. If you can, go back on my channel and watch some of the videos where I've showcased metal additive. I know we did this at Siemens in Görlitz, in Germany. At Formnext, we talked to Velo 3D, we talked to EOS, we talked to 6K Additive. Who else did we talk to that had metal? It escapes me, but it was really awesome. Really, really awesome. Really awesome. Here, I'm gonna go back here. I wanna get this set up right because once it's done, I wanna be able to show you that I can put the bearing in. So we'll get there. I think we're close. It's almost there. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. I'll get there. It's super there. Like, I'm almost there. It's crazy how there I'm almost. One, two, three. There you go. That's a little bright. There we go. Look at that. It's a better approximation of the red. Looks kind of good. You can see it's making the top layer where the bearing sits. So it's getting there. It's getting there. I gotta make sure I can pry the bearing out of this one. Oh wait, I can do that maybe? I guess I shouldn't have pushed this in. Haha, success. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. The human factor, from Yingli Ka one. The human factor in these videos makes them fun to watch. We know they're not scripted, LOL. 100% not scripted. Even episodes that are shot in the can and edited, at most, I will typically have an outline with bullet points, and I just spew words out of my mouth, and hopefully they make sense. Hopefully. Oh boy, more comments. Okay, here we go. Let's see. That one. Oh, hey, stop it. Keep scrolling. It's Wombar. What are some good tips you have for a new person in the 3D printing community? For new people, here's some really neat tips. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to break it. Try crazy stuff. Have lots of fun. I mean, you can always go out and find low-cost material. You can always go out and find a low-cost machine. You can tinker with it. You can have fun. You can print things from printables or whatever. But experiment with different slicer settings that you may not fully understand. Try models that look complex. Do cool stuff, and then don't be afraid to break it. I know when a 3D printer breaks, it's unfortunate, but more often than not, the machine that you have in your garage, home, makerspace, or school has the ability to be repaired by parts ordered. That's one of the things that I had an issue with when I first got my 3D printer. It was 2014, Christmas, and I got a FlashForge Creator Pro, and I was scared to break it. It came with Kapton tape, 2 spools of ABS, and legit, I almost cried the first time I ripped up some of the Kapton tape. I'm like, what did I do? This is terrible. I don't know what to do next. I wish I could go back and pass Joel on the head and just tell him it's going to be okay, because it was okay. There's new Kapton tape. You can replace it with other build surfaces. You can replace the extruder. You can replace the nozzles. You can get cooler filaments. I think it's just approach 3D printing with an open mind, and don't be afraid, because there's lots of people such as myself and most people in the chat here that are more than willing to lend a hand with some knowledge if you have questions. Yeah. Scotty YDG. Hey, Joel, chat. What camera is Joel using for the close-up on the print bed? This image brought to you by a Canon C70. It's a bit overkill for what I'm doing right here, but it was the easiest camera to grab, and it was the easiest camera to set up and put on a spool of filament so I could film this. Yeah. So there we go. I want to make sure that's not... This cord is causing it to pull a little bit. So I'm going to put this spool on the cord. There we go. How's that? Wait. There we go. Still going strong. Thanks for the question. Okay. I just ordered a P1P. Saj, that's fantastic. Good to know. No plastic. Is this a best 3D printer? I don't know the answer to that, Woody. I mean, no plastic. Give past Joel an angle grinder and tell him it's okay. I agree. Yeah, that would have done it. That would have definitely done it. Here, are Voxelab Aquila good beginner machines? I would say they are, but I say that not having any personal experience with the brand. Voxelab is from FlashForge, I believe, and I know some others have had their machines and they've had good experiences with them. So from personal experience, I don't know, but from people who have it that I trust, they've had good experiences. So I would say that's a good indicator. But again, I can't tell you for sure from personal experience. So I want to make sure that's clear. I want to make sure that's clear. Are you blending Twitch chat and YouTube chats somehow? I am. So right now, I'm streaming with the StreamYard platform, and it allows you, apparently, to go live to different platforms at the same time. I didn't know it at the time, but I accidentally clicked a button I shouldn't have, or maybe I should have. But anyway, that's why I'm live on Twitch, and that's why I'm live on YouTube at the same time. Hey, we're getting close. I'll switch this over when it's doing the top layers. Oh, where'd it go? Let's see. There it is. Rebecca Williams, if you want to learn to print without buying a printer, go to your local makerspace. Great advice. Absolutely fantastic advice. I think local makerspaces are fantastic because they let people dip a toe into the water without getting wet fully. Makerspaces, schools, if you have any friends who may have one, or friends who have kids that may have one, that's a good way to get introduced as well. I know plenty of 12-year-old boys and girls who do fantastic things with a 3D printer whose parents don't know, but are just happy to support their kid. So don't leave looking for friends who might have children that know, and then you could ask them questions. Spinning Moon 3D with a tenner. Oh, wait. There it is. What's up, Spinning Moon? That's a tenner. That's 2 5s. I crossed the streams. That's right. That's right. I crossed the streams. Ooh, here's a good question. Amir says, 3D Printing Nerd, which one is better in your opinion and experience? A fixed bed with moving head in X and Y, or a moving bed in X and moving head in Y and Z? So if you're talking about this machine, the bed moves in Y, and then the head moves X, and then and the head moves in Z. So you're talking about this, between this and a fixed bed, right? I think that's the question. And I would say each have their own value propositions. And anytime you have something where the platform is moving, if the material you're printing can't support the movement of the platform, then you should use a machine that has a fixed platform, and you'll have a better chance of success. But more often than not, the material you're going to be printing can survive on a moving platform, and so it's not really something that that you have to worry about. Typically, a machine with a fixed bed can achieve greater speeds because it doesn't have to throw the weight of a bed around. Oh. It's done. Well, I guess we should see if a bearing fits. Hello, you. Look at that. That is, there we go. That is the Wuxn Cube. It's on BuildTech material. It's got a flex plate, but let's see if I can't just pop it off. There we go. There's the bottom. Okay, Wuxn. I'm seeing a little bit of just some ghosting there. Just a smidge of ghosting. Do you see it right there? Kind of. So it looks like it was printing at 250% speed, whatever that is. It might have been just a little too fast for the hot end, but I don't know. We'll see. So you can kind of see it there. So just a smidge. I'd be curious to see this cube printed at normal speeds. Well, now it's time to see if the bearing fits, right? So there's the hole, a little bit of stringing. That's okay. Okay, here we go. There we go. There's the bearing. It seems to fit just nicely. That's a good fit right there. Not so bad. Airlift geared boop. Yeah, that's a boop moment. Boop. Well, there we go. Well, shoot. That worked out. I know this was going to be quick, and there's not much else to do at this point. Thank you for joining me. It's really great to be back in the studio streaming. I've got another one scheduled towards the end of February, but I might be able to get out here again. I do have some other machines that it'd be fun to get out. This was the Wuxn WXR. They sent it in for review. It's fully assembled. I set it up and I got that print out of it. It's not perfect, but it's really good. And I'm curious to see what this machine can do. And if you have any specific questions, leave them as comments to this stream once it's over, and I might be able to address them. Cool. Well, I think at this point, I think we're done. I think we're done. Thanks to everybody that joined in. Oh, I had a great time. I'm so happy to be doing this again. Thanks for letting me answer some questions, and thanks for participating in the chat. Oh, man, it's Friday. It's a little past 5. I'm on let's see. Oh, that's right. So on Twitch, you can raid. I think if I go to, I might have to log in. So I know on Twitch, there's the concept of raiding. And I can do that, I think. So why don't we do that? Well, here, I will do that later. My channel, I think. Cool. Okay, so I think got it. Okay, so /raid. The raid. Did I do that right? Okay, there we go. I've set the channel to raid MakerDeck, which is fine, and it should go over really soon. That will go over. So thanks for joining me on Twitch. Don't worry, YouTube, we're still here. Wizard of Quaz, you should have done. There we go. Not MakerDeck, you should have done Loyal Moses' channel. Loyal's cool, but he has 4,000 followers right now and has no problem amassing an audience, and he's going to have a wonderful cake-filled stream. If I spread the word for MakerDeck, more people will get there as well, which then are interested in 3D printing, which then will see Loyal has the LM show and go follow him. So it's a rising, what is it? A rising tide raises all boats, right? So I want to raise all the boats, and so that was why I did that. All right. All right. Well, I love you all. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to hug each other more. Fight for a cause you believe in, and as always, high five. Bye. Bye.